Joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. And some notable injuries for both teams as we take a look at the players unavailable for tonight's game.
It's a long season. They're midway through, but both teams look like they're dragging themselves across the finish line. Got to find a way to catch that second win.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Alexander Walker in at shooting guard and Reza Shai at the small forward. Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. And it's Daniels in at the point. And for Detroit, Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. Cunningham is out there with Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the 3 slot. Now it's still early in the season, Greg, but we're getting an idea about which direction teams are headed in.
So true, but so much can change between now and the end of the schedule. So the most important thing at this stage, building momentum heading towards midseason.
Now here's Thompson. Against Miami, he was really on his game. Shot clock at 6. Thompson sets the pick for Cunningham. Goes back up. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clever move by the young guy. Thompson sticks with the shot and gets fouled.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. A defensive tone setter, that's Asar Thompson. He shadows his man with relentless determination, but his game right before us, Tim, don't you think, is expanding in every way?
Oh, he's got immeasurable impact defensively, blocks, steals, deflections, always a disruptor. He's still a little bit foul prone, but I think as he starts to get a reputation in this league as an elite defender, he is going to be scary.
Well, this league has some of the world's best athletes. But Asar Thompson, like his brother Amen, Tim, they're on another level.
Yeah, this guy has a top-tier burst and relentlessness to make things happen. He's already a stopper at the defensive end.
Robinson kicks to Cunningham. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Robinson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, when you grab the offensive rebound, you're already right there at the rim. It makes the putback that much easier.
The Hawks working the ball around. Johnson with a screen on Thompson. Here's Alexander Walker, and the shot is good from Johnson.
Well, he is a very mobile 6'9" wing, and Johnson is showing you he's a perfect pick-and-roll partner.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Now here is Robinson, defended by Alexander Walker. Now here's Thompson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Just 3 to shoot. 16 feet away. And it's Daniels with the rebound. So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against Miami. Now, Reza Shai, coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
I really like when Johnson is finding his own offense like this, particularly when he's that close to the basket.
Here's Cunningham. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. To the paint, and Duren slams it in.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Here is Daniels. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Johnson gets the bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. They trail by 1. To the inside. And Duren slams it in.
And if Duren decides to go up and try to dunk that, who in this league is going to get in his way?
Here's Shai. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Duren against Daniels. And Okongwu slams it in.
And that's one of Daniels' greatest attributes, his poise as a playmaker.
The Pistons have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Cunningham passes to Duren. Atlanta with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
They were so precise with their execution. They didn't make many mistakes on either end, and that took the crowd out of the game.
Pistons trail by 3. Outside Robinson. Pass to Cunningham. Over Daniels. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Here is Daniels. Johnson with a screen on Cunningham. Three-pointer, Daniels. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Damn, what a ride it's been for sharpshooter Duncan Robinson.
Well, there is no doubt about it, Kevin. He's the only player ever to take part in both a men's Division III and Division I championship game. Then, after going undrafted, he goes on to start in the NBA Finals. He has really come a long way.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And after years of disappointment, the Pistons, Tim, finally seem to have put it together.
And I think the key for them has been blending in the right amount of veteran leadership with their emerging young players. And I'll tell you what, this team still has a lot more upside.
The Hawks making a switch here. Krejci's checked in, and he's good on the second. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pistons trail by 7. Cunningham outside. Pass to Duren. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Duren's got his 3rd bucket of the night. For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. Daniels, rebounded by the Pistons. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game, great adjustments on the offensive end.
And the fact that they did all of that on the road was really impressive.
For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Thompson outside. And here is Duren. 14 points from him the last game against the Heat in Miami. 5 on the clock. Duren sets the screen for Cunningham. And no good that time.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
Inside. Shai with it. Robinson on him. Good on the bucket. Okongwu's now got 6.
And you can tell Shai has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
Now, here's Cunningham. And he also played a big role in their last game with Miami. Pass to Harris. Robinson on the wing. Back to Harris. And here's Thompson. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Robinson misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Krejci. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
I totally agree. That is not what they were looking for offensively.
And it's the Hawks ball. They're on a 19-7 run. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Atlanta.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
Okongwu is now starting, Tim, and coming off the bench his first handful of seasons, I think got him ready for this role he's in right now.
He has been a good defender from day one, but his offensive game now starting to show some growth. He's stretching his shooting range, and he is showing you some growth as a playmaker as well.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Thompson dishes to Robinson. Cunningham outside. Knocked away. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Daniels. Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
And Daniels up top, covered by Cunningham. 6 to shoot. Okongwu with a screen on Harris. Drills it from outside. And the Hawks lead by 15.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Well, the Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Back to you, Kevin.
On the rise. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Here's Krejci, following the basket by Cade Cunningham. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
The Hawks shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Jalen Duren. Jaden Ivey comes in for Thompson. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Robinson. And that one falls for Okongwu. Even after pivoting towards their youth, GA the Hawks last season had an improved record.
Yeah, they traded away a bunch of rotation veterans, but the young fellas showed they were ready to step in, and this dude didn't miss a beat.
You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21, last season his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skills.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself, and that is the difference.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. All right, legs, follow me here. You look at the rise of teams like Detroit, there's a lot to be said for having young legs.
Well played, Kevin, well played. And look, today's game exacts a physical toll, and if you think of it, that's especially true when you're playing a...
Oh, he sledgehammered it in!
Climb that ladder! And Johnson giving these fans a show.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. It's a 16-point game. LeVert kicks to Stewart. Pass to Cunningham. LeVert with it. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. Now, Ivy. Kennard covering. Ivy with the bucket.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Atlanta leading by 14. Okongwu. It's blocked. Pass to Ivy. Out to Harris. Takes a three. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And you know what you've got to respect about a guy like Harris? He has been in a lot of different uniforms over the course of his career, but he's been productive everywhere he's been.
And he's good on the first of 3. The Hawks making a switch here. Gaze checked in. And the second free throw, good. And a shift in the front office for the Atlanta Hawks this past summer. Tim, what do you think might have led to that pivot?
Well, Atlanta has missed the playoffs for 2 straight seasons, but their young pool of talent is demonstrating they've gotten some of these right.
And Tim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons keyed by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player and also can become a great defensive team.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Pistons trail by 11. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
That's a really nice job that time, drawing the defense in. Harris earning that whistle.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. 1:35 left in the first quarter. Pass to Gay. Now Kennard. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Now here is Harris. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Heat in Miami.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Here's Gay. Kennard on the wing. Pulls it from 20, and he nails the jumper. And the Hawks lead by 11.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
The offensive rebound. Yes, that goes in.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Hawks leading by 9. Pass to Gay. Drives to the hoop. Some solid defense from Harris. The Pistons shooting just 35% to start the game. And it's blocked. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. The Hawks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he knocks down the first one. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Pass to Stewart. And here's LeVert. Fires from deep. Drains the three-pointer. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Hawks lead by 7. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, that's just great chemistry offensively. Everybody playing for one another and trusting each other. It's beautiful to watch.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. They've got Kennard, also Wallace out there, and it's Krejci in at the 3. Poked away. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. The shot's good from Kennard. And the Hawks lead by 11. And, well, Detroit shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Pistons passing it around. LeVert against Wallace. Bounce pass LeVert. And Stewart gets it to go. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that three-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
And you look at Duren. He's definitely got a shot of making it to the top 4 slots this year. We'll just have to see if he ends up moving up.
Listen, I know this guy is hoping he gets the opportunity to be a part of it this year, and it would be a huge disappointment for him if he's not able to showcase some of those phenomenal dunking skills.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
And Green now, top of the key. Gay with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 10. Down low. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Stewart, and the dunk by Stewart.
And how about the recognition there from LeVert? The coaching staff will appreciate that kind of ball movement.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
A different look here for Detroit. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Green. Duncan Robinson comes in for Ivy. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for LeVert. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now Wallace. Nothing on the board. Alexander Walker passes to Johnson, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul. Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Pistons on defense, trailing by 10. And it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kennard, he's checked in for Wallace. Here is Daniels. He's coming off a 16-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And he was absolutely a menace defensively, disrupting the flow and nabbing a bunch of steals.
Thompson dishes to Cunningham. It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
So it's the Pistons now. It's a 10-point game. Thompson passes to Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
One thing I really like about Asar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Kennard for three. The Hawks again can't hit. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Kept alive. And the dunk by Stewart.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Stewart against Daniels. Oh, and here we go. Cunningham heading to the hoop. Plays it in off the breakaway. And now just a 4-point Hawks lead.
Well, you love the effort from Cunningham in transition. He knows you have to convert those easy chances.
And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for the Hawks. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Kennard. Here's Alexander Walker. Launches it. Rebound, Detroit. Now Cunningham. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed.
Take a break.
But
Take a
listen,
break.
you'd rather have that than officials whistling travels that didn't happen.
He misses the free throw.
And what you respect about Cade Cunningham is that he puts his team on his back. He does everything he can to deliver whatever they need.
And the Pistons making a change here. Duran's checked in, and a change for the Hawks. Zachary Risache's checked in for Kennard. And he sinks the second.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Daniels against Cunningham. Pass to Risache. Here's Gay. Daniels from outside. To end the cold streak. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham. The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. Pistons trail by 5. Uses the glass to finish the layup. That's now 8 points here for Jalen Duren.
Well, that's what I love about Duren. He understands his game and his limitations. He likes the ball down low. He is not going to take too many threes.
Jalen Duren is certainly a force, Tim, in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
And last season's most improved player. And Tim, I know you like this guy, Dyson Daniels, a rising player.
Well, Kevin, he is an elite defender, already one of the best we have in this league, and he's just getting started.
And he can't get the first one. So we're talking about Dyson Daniels here, Greg. Just how incredible a defender is this kid?
I mean, last season, he came in second in terms of voting for Defensive Player of the Year, led the league in steals, and this young man's just getting started. Figures to be a problem for a long time.
So he can't get either to fall.
And when you watch Dyson Daniels, notice how active he is on defense, deflecting passes and constantly playing with max effort.
Cunningham looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Off the left rim and out.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
And that one's good. Daniels.
Daniels is really good at picking his spots on offense, including when there's an opportunity to attack the rim.
Pistons trail by 5. To the middle. Here's Cunningham. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. Atlanta leading by 3. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his 4th assist in this one. The Pistons have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Thompson outside. Duran up top. Pass to Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. Shot on the wing. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
He's off on the first.
And that's a good sign. He's getting himself to the line. I really like that here in the second quarter.
He hits the second from the line. Here's Robinson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Miami. Cunningham outside. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Shai, solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Shai's got 5. Pistons trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Cunningham's shot is off.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Shai has done a lot to quiet the doubters after being the #1 overall pick in 2024.
Well, in a draft without a lot of star power at the top, the Hawks took the kind of prototype wing you can't have too many of, and he has made good on that pick.
The free throw drops for Shai.
Looking like your classic wing. Zachary Shai is 6'8", long, and can hit threes. A real modern swingman.
Shai's hit them both. Pistons trail by 11. Cunningham outside. Pass to Robinson. Now here's Thompson. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Cunningham. No good. Unable to end this run.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
And that one's good. Shai.
The shooters shoot, and he didn't quit. Much better performance this quarter.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Let's take this moment to bring you a leaderboard featuring a very well-rounded group, the top rebounding small forwards in the NBA the last 10 games. In the third spot, Asar Thompson.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' game. I mean, they play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in our league.
And that gives these coaches a lot of flexibility in terms of lineups because they have wings that can do the dirty work.
Harris finds Cunningham. And here is Harris, covered by Johnson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That is aggressive work inside by Harris, a veteran forward who understands how to get to the line.
He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. No good on the second free throw.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Alexander Walker. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And here's Cunningham. He's got 7. Harris outside. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
And the Hawks with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you. Cade Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Back to you.
Establishing the mindset. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Cunningham outside. Poke loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Daniels. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Pistons. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Daniels against Cunningham. Shai with it. 11 points in the game. Here's Alexander Walker in Atlanta again with the bucket.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 9. Inside. Duran, no good. Atlanta leading by 14. Now, Alexander Walker. He has 7. Here's Shai, guarded by Robinson. And Johnson with the stuff.
Wow, through that contact, that is a really nice play by Johnson.
Here's Cunningham. There's 48 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Well, it's tough to defend those fall-away jumpers. That's about as good a job as you can do.
Here's Okongwu. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jalen Duran.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, and once again, we're seeing this team struggle at the line, and each miss adds pressure.
The Pistons making a change here. Stewart's checked in. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Pistons trail by 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
So fast of foot, on the run, or sear, tough to catch.
And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for the Hawks. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Shai, guarded by Robinson. First one falls for him. And the Pistons making a change here. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And with their struggles at the line this quarter, that free throw percentage has dropped down to about 55%. That's not going to get it done.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Daniels from outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's Atlanta. They lead by 13. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Atlanta Hawks.
They're passing on point, reading the defense and reacting. Kenny, I wish you'd react this fast when I asked you to pass the cinnamon rolls.
I'm just trying to watch out for them carbs for you, big fella. Just watching out those carbs.
And next up, let's check out the players of the month. These guys have been red hot. The winner in the East, Cade Cunningham.
This is why Cade was selected #1 overall in 2021. He seemed like a guy built to put a team on his back, and now we're seeing it.
Putting it all together. Tremendous talent. Go, Cade.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Zaccharie Risacher has been, in a word, sensational.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
Atlanta leading by 13. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. Duncan Robinson out there with Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Detroit right now.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
The Hawks shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Johnson with a screen on Cunningham. Daniels passes to Johnson. Yep, that one goes in there. Johnson's got 12 points in the game.
I really like Daniels' decision-making. He is so good at reading pick and rolls and knowing when to take it himself and when to dish it.
And, well, Detroit shooting 43% from the field. Here's Cunningham. And it goes down 2 points. 11 points in the game.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And so it's Atlanta with it. They lead by 11. Pass to Alexander Walker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Cade Cunningham. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month, averaging 23 points per game, 12 assists, and 6 rebounds. And he really anchors them defensively with that tenacious play on that side of the ball.
Yeah, it's all about great energy, and he brings that part to the game. His teammates feed off of that.
And he makes the first. Karis LeVert's checked in for Duncan Robinson. Second free throw, no good. Pistons trail by 12. They get a hand on it. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
Harris dishes to Cunningham. Pass to Thompson. Three-pointer. Rebound, Atlanta. Okongwu's now got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Daniels, and he uses the glass on the layup. Daniels has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And as a scorer, Daniels can really work inside with that size.
Third quarter of basketball, we're about a minute and a half in. Cunningham up top. He's covered by Daniels. Now Duran. Out to Thompson. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Here we go, one-on-one. And it's blocked.
Yeah, going straight up with those long arms. Duran flat out, a brick wall around the rim.
Pass to Harris. Back to Cunningham. Down low. Harris, no good. Atlanta leading by 14. Here's Shai. And he's good on the 3-ball. Shai's got 15.
And that brings them to 3 for 4, and the game plan seems to be working here early.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Thompson from long range. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Daniels has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Pistons trail by 18.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And it's clear that LeVert has tons of confidence, especially in his ability to drain jumpers.
And the Hawks with possession here. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Alexander Walker on the wing. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. With the break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been dialed in defensively this month. The Pistons second.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Daniels. Both free throws good from Daniels. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And here's Cunningham. 11 points in the game. Harris outside. Shot clock at 6. LeVert from outside. The rebound by Johnson.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
You know, Tim, regardless of where he's played, Caris LeVert has always found a role.
Well, there's a lot to like, Kevin. He can defend as well as create offensively, and that means he's going to be in your rotation.
Cunningham with it. Right now, he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Pass to Duren. And here's LeVert. Back to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Now Daniels. 10 points for him. Here's Okongwu. Defended by Duren. Over to the wing. Okongwu with the screen for Shai. That shot wide open. Shai's got 17 now.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Cunningham passes to Harris. It's LeVert on the wing. Thompson outside. Pass to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Here is Cunningham. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Cunningham's got 4 this quarter.
And that is a smooth release off the catch. Cunningham with great touch.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Looking now at some numbers for Jalen Johnson.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Detroit on D. They trail by 18. Pass to Shai. Six on the shot clock. On the wing, Johnson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You take a look at the Pistons. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Hawks, down 4 spots from them.
And right now, for the Pistons, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
Well, they were in everyone's crosshairs, and they've actually outperformed some of those predictions. That is not easy to do with a target on your back.
Now, here's Duren. 10 points for him. For 3, Harris. And they recover it. Okongwu knocks it away. And he recovers it. 4 on the shot clock. And another shot. They get the rebound. Blocked again.
And that's exactly what Daniels does. He has a knack for disrupting plays, that time getting the block.
Shai finds Alexander Walker. Thompson against Johnson. Back to Daniels. Doesn't go that time. Cunningham with some nice D.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Pass to LeVert. Duren sets the screen for LeVert from outside the arc. The second chance effort. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Alexander Walker. Some solid defense from Harris. Pistons trail by 18. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Thompson, high post. Pass to Harris. Johnson with the block.
And his coach has to love that. That's great rim protection by Johnson.
Daniels. And Cunningham with the block. Harris outside. LeVert against Okongwu. Cunningham outside. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Well, the combination of size and skill make Cunningham tough to defend.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
Jaden Ivey, he's checked in for Detroit. And a change for the Hawks. Gay's checked in. That's good from Cunningham. The Pistons making a change here. LeVert's checked in. Good on the second free throw. You know, Tim, some people love the star power of dynasties, but do you think the league's push for parity is helping the game overall?
Overall, I do believe competitive balance is good for the league. I think there are more fan bases that stay more engaged longer into the year, and that's just good for everybody.
I totally agree. The Hawks leading by 16. Here's Alexander Walker and the powerful one-handed slam.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. And, well, Detroit shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Here's Cunningham. 15 points in the game. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his third foul of the game. So for the Pistons, Stewart comes in for Duren, and Ivey subbed in for Cunningham. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Krejci's checked in. And here's Ivey. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Shoots the 3. That shot is off.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Here's Krejci. LeVert defending. And he makes good on the layup. Krejci's got his third basket of the night right there.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Stewart, a screen for Ivey. Stewart misses. The Hawks leading by 20. Alexander Walker with the ball. He's picked up by LeVert. Alexander Walker passes to Krejci. Back to Alexander Walker. A three-pointer off the mark. Pistons shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Ivy with it. LeVert the pass to Thompson. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Alexander Walker on the wing. 9 points in the game so far, and the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul for the Hawks. Luke Kennard comes in for Dyson Daniels, and Wallace subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Here's Kennard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Jaden Ivey, and he's got his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Kennard. Both free throws good from Kennard. And so LeVert will bring it up for the Pistons. Out to Harris from the arc. Okongwu grabs the board.
And his team really being impacted by the fact that nothing is falling for him right now.
Wallace the pass to Okongwu. 2 points. That one goes. Okongwu's now got 18 points in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Pass to Ivy. Back to LeVert. Stewart down low. Stewart a screen. Can they get it? Good as the jump shot falls. Now Wallace. Still yet to score. And the tough guy reputation, Tim, well earned for Isaiah Stewart.
Well, yeah, he's a physical presence, Kevin. He does not shy away from an alley fight. He brings that edge every team needs, and it is especially welcome in the Motor City.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
1:15 left in the third quarter of the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Stewart a screen. Count that one.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Wallace the pass to Okongwu. Okongwu with the screen for Kennard. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Ivy, and it's denied. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Cunningham, he's checked in for Harris. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Johnson's checked in. Bounce pass from Cunningham. From deep. They get it back. Stewart kicks to Ivy. Second chance shot, and the layup is good. Ivy's got his second bucket tonight.
And it's not just about his athletic ability. Right there you can see you can't sleep on Ivy's handles.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. Now here's LeVert. That one goes. Count it. LeVert's got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Hawks lead by 19. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for Atlanta, Luke Kennard out there with Wallace. Then it's Jalen Johnson. And it's Krejci in at the small forward.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
The Hawks leading by 19 points. Pass to Kennard. Back to Wallace. Johnson surveying the floor. Hawks passing it around. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Wallace misses. Pistons shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Cunningham right side. Stewart with the screen on Johnson. Pulls up, high post. Rebound, Atlanta. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Kennard. Fires it up. The shot by Johnson, no good. Pistons trailed by 19. Here's Cunningham. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Yeah, and I like Cunningham from the mid-range area of the floor. It's the most difficult place for a defense to run extra traffic at you.
Wallace outside. Pass to Gay. The Hawks again can't hit. And so LeVert will bring it up for the Pistons. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Here's Krejci. Wallace left side. Here's Krejci. Launches a three. Atlanta again missing.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Pass to Cunningham. Kennard with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 17. From past the arc. Here's Gay. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
And that's why they're behind. A lack of effort, a lack of attention to detail.
Ivy with a screen for Cunningham. Good on the three-point shot. Cunningham's got 11 points here in just the second half.
His first three of the game. Maybe that gets him going from out there.
Wallace dishes to Johnson. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. What a terrific move that was. And the Hawks lead by 18.
Man, he gets to the rack in a hurry with all that length. Johnson putting it on display.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Tries a three. Rebounded by the Hawks. Gay's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Atlanta's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Johnson, wide open, he fires. That 3 off the mark. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Stewart, a screen for Ivy. Off target from outside.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
That goes out of bounds. That one off reverse. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Duren, he's checked in for the Pistons. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Shai, he's checked in for Wallace. Pass to Shai. Here's the screen. Back to Kennard. Here's Shai. There's the triple. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
A true highlight of Shai's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Cunningham outside. Jacks up a 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Here's Shai. Misses the 3. Pistons trail by 21. Cunningham passes to Duren. Count the basket. That's 12 points here for Jalen Duren.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Atlanta's shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Kennard against Ivy. And it's Luke Kennard with the 3.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
Greg, we've had a couple of NBA Cups in the book already. What have you thought of it so far?
A little added excitement and interest early in the regular season, and I'm all for it. Between that and the play-in, I think the NBA's done a great job to kind of make every part of the calendar relevant.
That one is off. Both teams deciding to change it up. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Daniels who brings up the ball for the Hawks. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now Shai. Johnson up top, guarded by Harris. Three-pointer, Daniels. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Well, a big part of Daniels' game is improving. He's becoming better at the free throw line.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And he's good on the first of 3. Detroit making a switch here. LeVert's checked in. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pass to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. The Hawks leading by 22. Okongwu a screen. Driving the lane.
Well, Shai does a nice job of drawing the contact on his way up. Now a chance at the line.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. Here is Robinson. Pass to Harris. Now here's LeVert. And it's off from 3-point range.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Oh, that's blocked. And here is Robinson to the inside. Here's Duran. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Hawks leading by 21. Shai with it. Goes up on the high post. And he gets the bucket. Shai's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Shai has everything you need to be a great mid-range shooter. He stays on balance, can rise above defenders, and has that high release point. He's got the total package.
LeVert in the corner. 6 to shoot over Daniels. Rebound Atlanta. Shai's got 4 rebounds in this game. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Cunningham, he's checked in for LeVert. Good on the second free throw. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Pass to Duran. Now Thompson. And here's Cunningham. Over Daniels. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 23 points.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
Alexander Walker passes to Johnson. The shot by Okongwu, no good. For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Robinson dishes to Cunningham. Thompson outside. Pass to Robinson. This one for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game. Atlanta leading by 19 points. Now, Reza Shai, guarded by Robinson. Pulls up on the elbow, and another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
And Reza Shai is having himself a game. Everything is coming together for the young fella.
Here's Cunningham. Here's Duran. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
So it's the Hawks now. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Down low and out of bounds. The Pistons will take it.
Is that just a miscommunication? It just can't happen. Let's hope they get on the same page.
Pistons trail by 19. Outside, Robinson. Six on the shot clock. Stolen away. Alexander Walker with the ball. Robinson on him, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. Stripped away. Pass to Reza Shai. Here's Okongwu. Johnson outside. The Hawks working the ball around. Clock at 6. Johnson with a screen on Robinson. Here's Reza Shai. It's hauled in by Harris.
Well, that's a shot he should make a majority of the time.
Now, here is Robinson. He's covered by Daniels. Robinson kicks to Cunningham. Fires the 3. And it's sent back by Okongwu. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. 1:56 left in the game. It's time now to present our player of the game, Zachary Reza Shai.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
.156 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Okongwu. And here's Daniels. Okongwu finds Daniels. The Hawks again can't hit.
It's just not his night from the 3. But this is exactly why you can't live and die by that shot.
throw good, Robinson. And a different look here for the Pistons. Paul Reed's checked in for Duran. Stewart comes in for Harris. Green, he's checked in for Thompson. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Cunningham. Robinson hits them both. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Hawks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece with one left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
And guys, what a nice performance it was for Shai.
Yeah, and watching that last game, you could see the comfort zone he got into, just filling it up from all of the spots he loves.
Pass to Houston. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 21.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
And so LeVert will bring it up for Detroit. Robinson against Kennard. Reed a screen to the middle. Deflects the pass. Robinson passes to Reed. Three-pointer, LeVert. Gay with the rebound.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Robinson against Kennard. Gay lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Zachary Shai.